Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, exclusive video of the arrest of a Holden man accused of striking a pedestrian and then fleeing the scene.
Plus, we'll hear about a new law that will protect victims of domestic violence in Maine.
And the town of Surrey says no to cannabis businesses that want to open in town.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. We're a little late because of the soccer game today, so Let's get right into the forecast. Good news. A wonderful day is on tap.
Yeah, less humid. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. All right, let's get into things this morning. A little bit of fog out there in a few spots. At least at this point, not very widespread, so it might be very hit and miss out there. So let's exercise some caution this morning. Low beam lights or fog lights may help you out this morning if you encounter some fog. But otherwise, most of us looking pretty good. Otherwise, as we get things rolling out there this morning, there's a few clouds in a few spots, even a few showers along the coast this morning. We will not have to worry about all that much as we will be under a dry sky today. A partly cloudy sky today, so no rain to get too worried about. As we do zoom things out, this is all moving from the west, going toward the east with a system that's moving away now. So a dry day expected, but we do have chances for showers and storms on the way Friday and also into Saturday. So moving forward, though, not too bad. Partly cloudy. I do not buy the precipitation here. We're dry today with a partly cloudy sky. We're mostly clear later on tonight with areas of dense fog that will develop. On top of that, we're also watching just a tiny bit of wind, which will be rather calm, if not 5 miles per hour at best. So the wind will continue to behave itself as we do move forward in time. So for today, partly cloudy with highs in the mid-80s and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tonight, mostly clear areas of dense fog on the way, lows in the low 60s and the wind overall looking nice and calm. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine and a few passing clouds, temperatures in the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, Bangor was the scene of a bad accident just a little while ago. It was just after 7 this morning when emergency crews were called to Main Avenue by the Bangor Airport. An elderly man was driving toward the airport roundabout when he suddenly veered off the roadway. His vehicle traveled across the field and then down across a drainage ditch before coming to rest on the other side. The first crews on the scene reported the man was unresponsive and wasn't breathing, but emergency crews managed to revive him. He was rushed to the hospital for treatment. Bangor detectives are now on the scene trying to determine what caused the man to veer from the roadway. One person is dead after getting struck by a pickup truck last night in the town of Blaine. According to state police, it happened around 9:45 last night on Route 1. They say 45-year-old Wayne Field of Blaine struck an unidentified pedestrian. It appears he slammed on the brakes and attempted to avoid hitting the person, but the person was struck and killed. Police believe excessive speed might have been a factor in the crash. The crash remains under investigation and charges may be filed.
Now for an update on a hit-and-run investigation in Brewer. On Saturday, Brewer police were called to Eastern Avenue after a vehicle struck 87-year-old Ira Williams before speeding off. Williams was seriously injured, and last night, the man suspected of hitting him is in custody. Devin Dagnall has the latest.
Wednesday afternoon, Brewer PD arrested the man who they believe was responsible for that crash. This exclusive footage, obtained by Fox 22 News, shows officers arresting 51-year-old David McKenzie of Holden after executing a search warrant at his home. Police found a vehicle matching the descriptions previously released with heavy damage to its front passenger side. McKenzie faces 2 felony charges, one for leaving the scene of a personal injury accident and another for aggravated assault. Wednesday, we spoke with Williams' grandson, who stressed the urgency and importance of finding the man who injured his grandfather.
It's an urgency because if this happened to my grandfather while he was safe on the sidewalk, could this happen to someone else in the community?
The investigation is still ongoing, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. Back to you.
In other news this morning, 2 people have been arrested on drug charges after Bangor police responded to reports of a family fight. Officers responded to Essex Street around 11 o'clock Monday morning. They were told the suspect had left in a vehicle and they began looking. Officers spotted the vehicle in the downtown Bangor area and eventually stopped it in Brewer. Police identified the driver as 29-year-old Sarah Crawford of Brewer. She's charged with unlawful possession of drugs. 41-year-old Jesus Manuel Burgos of the Bronx, New York, was a passenger in the vehicle. He gave police several false names. Bangor Police Sergeant Jason McCambly says Burgos had a substantial amount of illegal drugs, cash, and other items in his possession. He's now charged with aggravated drug trafficking and criminal mischief for damage at the scene of that family fight call on Essex Street.
The Somerset County grand jury has indicted 2 people involved in a car crash that killed 1 child and injured several others. Police say 30-year-old Robert Simons was heading west on Route 148 in Madison in October when the vehicle he was driving left the road and hit a tree. 3 children and his 28-year-old Ashley Corson were also in Simons' vehicle. Simons, Corson, and 1 child suffered non-life-threatening injuries in the crash. However, 1 child suffered a severe, life-threatening head injury, and the 3rd child was pronounced dead at the scene. Simons and Corson were both indicted on charges of manslaughter, aggravated assault, criminal OUI, and endangering the welfare of a child.
Well, Governor Janet Mills signed a bill into law on Wednesday to expand abortion access in the state. The landmark bill will allow abortions in the later stages of pregnancy if deemed necessary by a licensed physician. Governor Mills says she originally introduced the bill after learning of the story of Dana Pierce, a woman who traveled to Colorado to get an abortion. Pierce, members of the Maine Council of Churches, representatives from the Maine Medical Association, and others were all on hand for that signing yesterday.
We are affirming that Maine people, guided by their medical professionals, their families, their personal and spiritual beliefs, that they will make decisions about their reproductive health care. They will do so, and not politicians.
In a statement, Maine GOP Chairman Joel Stetkis said in part, quote, "This is a sad day for Maine. We desperately need to end the unchecked absolute power of one-party Democratic rule in Augusta." The previous state law banned abortions after a fetus becomes viable outside of the womb, roughly 24 weeks, but allowed exceptions if the patient's life was at risk. Under the new law, abortions will be allowed at any time if it's determined to be necessary by a doctor.
A new law in Maine aims to better protect victims of domestic violence after their abusers are released from jail. Owen Kingsley is speaking with a South Portland woman about her experience and the protections she wishes she'd had.
She says her abuser was released from prison early, and her only notice was a late-night phone call. She believes that this new law will save lives.
I'm going to have you go sit on one of the green chairs, and we'll get you right in.
Jennifer Greensmith now has a happy and healthy family in South Portland and runs her own business. But in 2017, she says she was in a violent relationship.
And it was so quick, until it turned into actually, strangling me on numerous occasions. One that I was actually told I was probably seconds from dying.
Greensmith says her abuser was sentenced to 9 months, but just 5 months into his sentence, she got a call around midnight saying he was being released early.
It was really unfortunate to hear at midnight when I had no idea where he was.
Before he was sentenced, Greensmith said she had a protection order against him, and her abuser had to be electronically monitored by police.
The Portland police were on high alert around my house at all times.
But she says he was not monitored when released.
You just think that, that person's going to be able to get you at any point.
Maine's new law is designed to help people like Greensmith, notifying victims ahead of time when their abuser is released early.
Prior to this LD being passed, the jails would notify, they could notify even after the person had been released, and they could do it through the mail.
The law also requires more factors be considered when releasing a convicted criminal who may pose a risk to the community.
You need to look at that criminal history. You should be in touch with the district attorney's office. And most importantly, you should be in communication with the victim of that crime.
In other news this morning, Maine farmers came together in Albion on Wednesday to speak out against a proposed transmission corridor. David Ledford has that story.
It really feels harsh. It's an attack.
Dairy farmers and agricultural producers throughout Albion, Palermo, and China, Maine gathered to voice their concerns about Ellis Power Grid's proposed transmission corridor. The Missouri company's plan would involve more than 100 miles of high-voltage transmission line, intended to aid Maine in the development of renewable energy as part of the Aroostook Renewable Gateway project. However, the proposed pathways for the lines would go through farmland in several communities, and farmers say they are concerned that the corridor would affect their livelihoods.
Both of those options literally run straight through two of our fields. There's already a few nails in the coffin of the dairy industry and mostly the farming in this area, and I think this is just another nail in that coffin.
Farmers say they first learned about the corridor after receiving letters from LS Power Grid earlier this summer.
These people have not slept. They've been under duress. We've all come together to really try to figure out what to do.
Albion is home to 10 active dairy farms, with another 4 in Palermo and China. Farmers say that dairy farms and milk processing contribute $904 million in direct benefit and $1 billion in indirect benefit to Maine's economy annually.
Regardless of how much power we're going to consume, we all have to eat, so we can't affect our agriculture.
To learn more about the proposed project, visit lspgridmaine.com. In Albion, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 8:25. When we return, we'll have your full weather forecast.
Don't go away.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
You should Angie that.
Angie what?
Angie that. It means connecting with skilled professionals for all your home projects, from repairs to renovations, so you can get the most out of your home. Get started today at Angie.com.
In 16 years, Greg Gerstner will land the perfect cannonball. With friends he's already meeting now at AARP volunteer and community events to help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
And the whole world is wondering, what's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
Easy, love. With Mark Alex. What about Rose?
Oh, bloody Rapinoe.
Rapinoe scores!
We could get younger players.
They already did that.
We have veteran experience.
Listen to what you're saying.
That is world class.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
They're faster. Slower.
This precision.
With style.
Good luck with that.
Surrey residents voted to put a moratorium on cannabis businesses in the town. More than 70 people attended the town meeting to vote on the matter. Our Doug Banks spoke to a town official to see what happens next.
Dating back to 2016, when the state of Maine voted for the legalization of recreational cannabis, its implementation in Surrey has been filled with trial and error. Since legalization, there have been several moratoriums put in place, prohibiting dispensaries from setting up shop in town. Now the town has enacted a new 180-day moratorium in order for town officials to understand residents' thoughts and develop a plan. Select Board member Chris Stark says one cannabis business in Blue Hill has shown interest in establishing a facility in Surrey, but now they'll have to wait a little bit longer.
When you bring in a business, any type of business, how it affects the town is something that you have to get a lot of feedback from everybody.
One Surrey resident who attended the town meeting and voted against the moratorium believes that another moratorium is a circumstance of a fight against cannabis.
There's some strong feelings for and against, and that's in transition like everything else. You know, everything's been in transition since cannabis was legalized in 2016, so we're all learning along the way.
According to Stark, once an ordinance is developed during the moratorium, it will be on the November 7th ballot for a final vote by all Surrey residents. In Surrey, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Thank you, Doug. Boy, I was outside just a short while ago. It's a beautiful morning out there, lots of sunshine.
Yeah.
This is the kind of weather we've been waiting for.
Noticeably less humidity, so
Yeah.
if you want to do your hair today, it's a good day for it. Here's Devin Biggs with the full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. All right, let's get into things. Fog isn't a huge deal out there, at least for the time being, so maybe a little bit of a few spots that are seeing some of that, but we're looking fine as we do move forward in time. Just watch out for maybe some patchy areas where your low beam lights or fog lights might be necessary. Otherwise, a few clouds tracking through this morning, even a few showers along the coast that we're noticing as well. That will all get out of here. We're going to be under a partly cloudy sky today, so finally a nice day to get outside and enjoy the nice weather. The system is moving away from us now. High pressure located right overhead. We're just going to be under a partly cloudy sky today with no precipitation to worry about for today only. So partly cloudy today. I do not buy any rain chances. This thing is showing. We're dry all day long. Will then become mostly clear later on tonight. Areas of dense fog developing yet again as we head towards tomorrow morning. We may have to watch that closely. Then some clouds moving in again as we head towards Friday evening and parts of Saturday morning too, with a few showers and storms possible late Friday as well, continuing into parts of early Saturday morning. Now I'll continue as we do move forward. Otherwise, though, your muggy meter showing dew points that are finally falling for a change, though. We're back in the 50s and 60s for today and part of tomorrow. And once we get towards later to tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday, and beyond, we're looking for dew points in the middle 60s again. But Monday into Tuesday falling back down between the 50s and also into the 60s. If you're heading outside today, that UV index will be at an 8. That's considered very high. A burn time of 15 minutes. Hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, shade will be necessary to avoid a bad sunburn. Our average high temperature is 81 degrees. Mid-80s is what we'll do today. We'll then fall back into the upper 70s Friday into Saturday. Mid-80s return again Sunday and lasting through at least Wednesday as we head towards the next week. Otherwise, the water temperatures in the ocean are warming up into the upper 60s to lower 70s. So the ocean feeling pretty nice to go swimming in, especially with the warmer temperatures we've had recently. If we look further down to the south, though, this is pretty much bath water at this point with water temperatures that are being noted in the mid-80s. So a forecast for today, mid-80s for our air temperature, partly cloudy and the wind overall looking nice and calm. By tonight, lower 60s, mostly clear areas of dense fog and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a few thunderstorms on the way late with highs in the upper 70s and that east wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All righty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Chances for showers and storms again on Saturday, with then dry Sunday into Monday and temperatures overall in the 70s and 80s.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
Your roof is your first line of defense against the elements. Ensure it's always at peak performance with Peak Performance Roofing. With more than 20 years of experience in the roofing industry, our professionals provide quality craftsmanship and expertise that you can rely on. We are fully insured and stand behind our work. You can trust us to get the job done right the first time. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact Peak Performance Roofing today to schedule your free estimate. 416-8301. Peak Performance Roofing. Your roof is our priority.
OHI is a fantastic place to work and has allowed me the growth I need to excel in my career, all while having fun with the people I support and my colleagues.
OHI works around my school schedule and allows me to get the hours I want while maintaining my grades. Also, I can help out my community.
Plus, OHI has an incredible training program, not to mention all the benefits. Here at OHI, we believe everything is possible, and that means as much for our employees as it does for those we support. Apply today and see what's possible for your future.
An Odyssey is a long journey full of adventures. And at Odyssey Auto Spa, we understand every vehicle's journey is different.
Hi, I'm Jacob Gage, and as the owner of Odyssey, I take pride in offering a full range of detailing services to keep your ride looking its best. From basic detailing to ceramic coatings, window tint to wraps, we've got you covered. Come see us at our Ellsworth location and let us help you keep your ride looking its best.
Welcome back, everyone. New information about the man accused of killing several. Actually, we're not even doing that. I'm not in the right place.
Yeah, they're okay. Serial killers
Yeah,
in
you don't want to know about that.
New York, but
stand by.
We should have reloaded the prompter. This FIFA stuff, it messed us all up. That will
you
be.
You guys talk about amongst yourselves. We'll be right back. Yeah, here I'm getting there.
Okay.
Fast forwarding.
I was going to talk about. Okay. Well, the thing about FIFA is this will happen again. So if you were disrupted with news this morning, it will happen again. If you're a soccer, football fan, as they call it in other places,
football,
that's good for you because we will have more coverage on, I believe, ABC, or no, it's Fox.
Fox
we'll have
22.
FIFA coverage on Fox. So this is going to be kind of something you'll see more often. Yep.
So we're just kind of doing our thing.
Going with it. And some of it has to happen on the fly, as you've seen.
All right. Well, anyway, today is Thursday, July 20th, 2023. Today is also National Fortune Cookie Day.
In America, we associate fortune cookies with treats we get alongside our checks at Chinese restaurants, but some historians say it was a Japanese tradition that went as far back as the mid-19th century. Fortune cookies likely arrived in the United States with Japanese immigrants who came to Hawaii and California between the 1880s and early 1900s. Japanese bakers set up shop in Los Angeles and San Francisco, at first making crackers that had a miso and sesame flavor. That was a tradition that went back to Japan. It wasn't until about 1911, though, that the cookies were able to be mass-produced and flavored with the vanilla taste we know them for now.
I didn't know that. Very interesting.
I would have loved to try the miso and sesame flavored ones, too. That sounds yummy.
Yummy, yeah. I never get a good fortune. I always get some silly one that doesn't mean anything.
I know. I think it's funny. Yeah.
Others get those real profound ones like, oh my God, my life's about to change.
I get those a lot.
Do you?
We'll have to get Chinese food then soon.
I love Chinese food.
Yeah, me too.
All right. On this day in history, way back in 1858, it was the first time a fee was charged to go see a baseball game. It cost 50 cents, in which New York beat Brooklyn 22-18. Now for a Maine one, on this day in 1890, our very own Calais, Maine, saw snow and hail come from the sky. This came from the report called Observations of the New England Meteorological Society in the year 1890.
Say that 5 times fast.
Saying that the month of July had brought extreme droughts and severe ranges in temperatures the entire month long.
That's crazy. And on this day in 1921, Congresswoman Alice Mary Robertson became the first woman to preside over the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives. And then, in 1969, I bet a lot of folks remember this, the Apollo 11 crew of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the surface of the moon. Aldrin and Armstrong walked on the moon 7 hours after the landing, with the British Broadcasting Network continuously broadcasting the event for 11 hours straight. The coverage was packed with special guests, scientific experts, interviews, and live music. My dad told me he watched the moon walk, but I never knew that it had been broadcasting for hours and hours with all that cool coverage.
Yeah, Walter Cronkite was on the air nonstop, and he kind of became like a space, not only an enthusiast, but an expert. And they really just documented the whole thing. It was an exciting time in our country.
I'll have to YouTube that.
I was still really little, but it's like, you know, some of your earliest memories, you see images. I remember people gathering at the house to watch it on the black and white TV.
Right. My dad says the same thing. It was kind of a core memory for him. He was about 9 at the time, too, so old enough to kind of know what was going on.
Yeah, just incredible.
Yep.
All right, for birthdays today, we have actress Sandra Oh.
Sandra. I'm misspelling, sorry.
Oh, okay, Sandra Oh. I know who she is. Yeah, she's on ER, right?
Yes,
or Grey's Anatomy.
Yep.
I know it was a hospital show. And also Killing Eve. She's 52 today. Next, we have singer-songwriter Chris Cornell, known best for being the lead vocalist for the rock band Soundgarden and Audio Slave. He passed away in 2017 at the age of 52. And finally, guitarist Carlos Santana is 76 today. He, of course, is coming to Bangor here pretty soon to perform down on the waterfront.
Yeah, the Main Savings Amphitheater's finally all finished. Yeah. And that will be a great show. I'm pretty sure our chief photographer, Dave Simpson, is going. He talked to me about, he's wicked excited about it. I think they have either really good seats or like pit entrance or something. I'm happy for him.
Great guitarist, and the whole band's just awesome, too.
Oh, yeah. Incredible. Okay, we've been saying it all day, but it's a beautiful day. Humidity's down. Sun is out. What more can you ask for?
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I think we're going to send it to sports now.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm in my...
We're all over the place.
Yeah.
We're going to send it to sports, and then when we come back after sports, we'll have our Pet of the Week segment.
Yeah.
We'll meet a cute little fuzzy bunny.
Yeah.
So.
My bad. Normally we do weather here, but let's send it over to Tyler Cruz for our sports segment.
Maybe.
Experience the ultimate outdoor living with Granville Stone and Hearth. Our high-quality grills and outdoor living products will take your backyard to the next level. Scan the QR code on your screen to explore our wide selection of grills and outdoor living accessories. From classic charcoal to state-of-the-art gas grills, we have everything you need to entertain guests in style. Create unforgettable moments with family and friends. Start your outdoor living journey today with Granville Stone and Hearth.
IPM Pest and Wildlife Services has more than 40 years of experience. We are your trusted pest control experts. We bring integrity, reputation, and effective solutions to every pest challenge. We provide bedbug, ant, flea, tick, and grub control, and we also catch larger rodents. Call today to prevent rodents and mice from invading your commercial property, home, or camp this fall. 400-7702, IPM Pest and Wildlife Services. No problems, only solutions.
It's the Toyota Summer Savings Event, featuring cars from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota. You've been waiting for a new Toyota, so now's the time. Come and get it. Right now, you could save up to $1,600 with affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive Camry. And every Camry comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. The Toyota Summer Savings Event at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. So come and get it. Toyota, let's go places.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Experience outdoor dining at its finest. Open Tuesday through Sunday with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family and friends. We are pet-friendly, so your furry friends are always welcome to join you at your table. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first, all over again.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Over in VZ and Ellsworth this week, a former NBA champion was working with the next generation of Maine Hoopers. Our Tyler Cruz caught up with the White Mamba, Brian Scalabrine, about his camps.
This is my version of paying it forward.
Over the past few days, kids from all over the area got to learn from an NBA champion.
You know, am I going to be able to touch 100 kids today and make them all into NBA players? No. But I can help them with messages in their life and what it takes.
Brian Scalabrine, or the White Mamba, who won a title with the Celtics back in 2008, held camps with Results Basketball in Ellsworth and VZ this past week. His way of giving back.
I was a little kid at one time. I had great coaches. Because of those great coaches, I'm in the position right now where I'm very fortunate. Like the 11 years in the NBA, the voice of the Celtics, all those things happen not because I'm just a really good guy. Like, I've had great coaches that taught me and helped me learn.
Scal wasn't just in town for the younger kids, though.
But also there's that Cooper Flag, element to it. And not just him. There's other kids on Maine United that I'm trying to help out.
And even with 2 former Division I basketball players on the bench, there's still a lot the Maine United guys are taking from Scal.
He's such a good coach. I mean, he knows what he's talking about. And it's awesome because our coaching staff is really good, but it's also good to hear from other guys, especially Scal.
Yeah, it's definitely different to have Scal in here. He's an intense guy. He knows a lot about the game. And so just to have him kind of, shed some knowledge on us, it's been a cool week.
The professional point of view and just having been around it for so long and seeing what it takes, he really just knows what it takes to be a pro and become a pro.
But whether you're a future pro or just someone looking to get a little bit better, the message from the Mamba remains the same. If you work, your results will be there.
The same work that I had to put in, you have to put in, and the boss at the company and whatever, right? Everyone has to work. It's the same message going forward. Work hard, love what you do, have fun, be passionate. You do that over and over again, you'll get really good.
From VZ, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Okay, now let's hit the links. Final round of the Maine Women's Amateur Championship was Wednesday. Erin Holmes out of Valhalla beginning the day with an 8-shot lead. Back to Brunswick Golf Club we go. Two-time defending champ Ruby Haylock draining a short par putt on 11 here to stay in the hunt. Staying on 11. Check out this approach from Shivani Shmulin, putting it just inches away from the cup where she would tap in for birdie. Then on 13, Shivani again. Long birdie putt. She'll drain it, making a run on the back 9. On 13 again, Erin Holmes, your leader. A tough putt to save par. Huge shot for Erin. Then on 17, this is Jade Haylock. Birdied 15, and now another birdie on the way. This one from way downtown, but the day belonging to Erin Holmes. Check out her approach on 18. Great shot to get to the green in regulation. She would end up tapping in for par for the win and her first ever Maine Amateur Women's title. Okay, now let's look at that leaderboard. Of course, Erin Holmes finishing first with a score of -1. Shivani Shmulin, second place, +4. Jade and Ruby Haylock, third and fourth at 6 and 7 over par. And Kristen Kanegeiser in fifth place at 15 over par.
It was definitely a grind. I was a lot less accurate off the tee, so I had to play a lot of things safer. Wasn't making as many putts, so it definitely, going into the last 3 holes knowing I had a 6-stroke lead or whatever it was really good for my mental game. Feels amazing. It's been on my golf bucket list forever, so to finally get it done is just the best feeling.
Okay, now to the Red Sox. Sox looking for their second straight series win to start the second half of the season against Oakland Wednesday afternoon. Top first, they start out hot. Justin Turner with a man on, sends this one deep into left center, and it is gone. 15th of the year for him. It's 2-0 Sox. Bottom first, Brian Bayo on the mound. A's Jay Bleday with a man on. He hits a moonshot to deep right field. That one is a home run. Just like that, we are tied. Bottom second, Cody Thomas, a man on, drills a line drive to right center off the scoreboard. 4-2 A's, another home run allowed by Bayo. Then bottom 4, still in, still giving up 2-run bombs. It's Jace Peterson's turn for a homer. Tough go for Bayo in this one. That fan drops his beer, and the Sox drop this one 6-5. Hey, but despite that, the Red Sox are one of the hottest teams in all of baseball heading into Wednesday. They were first in win percentage and batting average, and plus third in ERA in July. And down in Portland, Trevor Story is making a rehab start Thursday. Another great sign. Speaking of which, Sox head of baseball ops Chaim Bloom was at the Sea Dogs Wednesday night game against Hartford, and he says that the Sox run lately simply comes down to the team's best starting to play like it.
It's happened, I think, in large part because of the progress of our core players. Whether that's our young players on the position player side, the pitching side, some of the veteran acquisitions that we've made. You're starting to see that core really come together, and that's the way we want to win, because it's something that you can sustain and build on.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Jim Small Engine, Snow's Corner Road, Arlington, brings years of experience and a large parts inventory to make your engine as good as new. Lawnmowers, chainsaws, rototillers, wood splitters, generators, blowers, trimmers, and power washers will leave Jim Small Engines fully repaired, shiny clean, and ready to go. Jim Small Engines is an authorized dealer for these top brands and sells a wide array of used engines as well as new and used parts and accessories. Call Jim Small Engines at 825-3527. Check their website and like them on Facebook.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor. The Pet of the Week is brought to you by Riptide Smoke Shop in Belfast.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Catherine Ravenscraft from Bangor Humane Society, and we have our pet of the week, a lovely little bunny.
I know, she's just a little sweetheart. Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Of course.
This is Violet, the bunny. She is about 7 months old, and she has spent most of her life at the Bangor Humane Society. She came in with a litter of bunnies, and they all appear to have the sweetest temperaments with people, and none of them seem to get along with other bunnies. So isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And it's especially interesting because bunnies tend to be very social. They typically want to be around other bunnies, but these bunnies they're flying solo. So,
which that may be a pro, because I've heard you talk in the past that when you're no longer getting bunnies, right? Because you have to get a second one to keep it to have a companion.
Exactly, and that's typically the kindest thing you can do is make sure that your bunny has a friend. But in this case, you're exactly right. If it's somebody that is only looking to have one bunny, then this is their bunny. And I mean, she is just she doesn't mind being picked up and manhandled.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to prove us wrong.
Oh,
it's okay.
Sorry.
I know. There we go. See? I know. She doesn't even mind a little past the bunny. Yeah.
It's okay.
She's just a sweetheart.
Oh, she's gotten used to Catherine. Here, let's let you loaf.
Exactly.
As they say.
Exactly. They're still prey animals, right? So they make themselves very small, and it is bright in here. But she let me take her right out of the kennel this morning, and I want to give a shout out to one of our volunteers, Dorian Daniels, who many of you probably recognize that name from the radio, but she is our bunny lady, and she comes in almost every day, and she has a basket full of blankets and comes in and sets up in one of our visitation rooms and socializes with every bunny that we have.
Oh, wow.
And the amount of
that's
time
necessary.
that she spends, it really is necessary, to socialize if you want to be able to handle them like you can handle this girl.
Right. And she's just a volunteer.
She's just a volunteer. I know.
Awesome.
It sounds terrible to say just a volunteer.
Right, but the amount of work she's doing.
It's amazing, yeah. And she has a couple of bunnies at her house and actually tried to take Violet, and it just didn't work out. So we know for a fact that Violet is not going to get along with other bunnies.
She's the black sheep or the black bunny of the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyone, I know I've said it before, but anyone looking to get a bunny, they are wonderful pets, and especially a girl like this. She loves to just sit and snuggle with you.
Yeah.
Not all bunnies do.
Yeah.
But bunnies are a lot of work. They need their own habitat. They need lots of fresh hay and fresh veggies.
Yep.
She also will need a vet relationship. She does have her urine for some reason is kind of red. We've done all the tests. There's nothing wrong, but it might be a little off-putting. So just to keep an eye on things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, easy enough for somebody who really needs a companion. She's so soft.
Anyone that just wants a snuggle.
Yeah.
This is a snuggle bunny.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I guess that's all you can say. Yeah. I think we're about out of time, but BangorHumane.org, that's the website, right?
It is, and we need adopters right now for dogs, for cats, for small animals. We've got, if you want it, we've got it. So please come and meet some friends and help us find homes. That's our biggest challenge right now.
Yeah.
We are full and we need homes.
That's your sign. If you've been looking for one, Catherine just gave you it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
We'll send it over to Devin Biggs for our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Don't let rust get the best of your car. Protect it with Spalding's Bangor Radiator and Rust Check. Schedule your service now. All right, let's get into things. Fog isn't a huge deal out there, at least for the time being, so maybe a little bit of a few spots that are seeing some of that, but we're looking fine as we do move forward in time. Just watch out for maybe some patchy areas where your low beam lights or fog lights might be necessary. Otherwise, a few clouds tracking through this morning, even a few showers along the coast that we're noticing as well. That will all get out of here. We're going to be under a partly cloudy cloudy skies today, so finally a nice day to get outside and enjoy the nice weather. The system is moving away from us now. High pressure located right overhead. We're just going to be under a partly cloudy sky today with no precipitation to worry about for today only. So partly cloudy today. I do not buy any rain chances. This thing is showing. We're dry all day long. Will then become mostly clear later on tonight. Areas of dense fog developing yet again as we head towards tomorrow morning. We may have to watch that closely. Then some clouds moving in again as we head towards Friday evening and parts of Saturday morning too, with a few showers and storms possible late Friday as well, continuing into parts of early Saturday morning. And now continue as we do move forward. Otherwise, though, your muggy meter showing dew points that are finally falling for a change, though. We're back in the 50s and 60s for today and part of tomorrow. And once we head towards later to tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday, and beyond, we're looking for dew points in the middle 60s again. But Monday into Tuesday falling back down between the 50s and also into the 60s. If you're heading outside today, that UV index will be at an 8. It's considered very high. A burn time at 15 minutes. Hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary to avoid a bad sunburn. Our average high temperature is 81 degrees. Mid-80s is what we'll do today. We'll then fall back into the upper 70s Friday into Saturday. Mid-80s return again Sunday and lasting through at least Wednesday as we head towards the next week. Otherwise, the water temperatures in the ocean are warming up into the upper 60s to lower 70s. So the ocean feeling pretty nice to go swimming in, especially with the warmer temperatures we've had recently. If we look further down to the south, though, this is pretty much bath water at this point with water temperatures that are being noted in the mid-80s. So a forecast for today, mid-80s for our air temperature, partly cloudy and the wind overall looking nice and calm. By tonight, lower 60s, mostly clear areas of dense fog and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a few thunderstorms on the way late with highs in the upper 70s and that east wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All righty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Spalding's, Bangor, Radiator, and Rush Check. Chances for showers and storms again on Saturday, with a dry Sunday into Monday, and temperatures overall in the 70s and 80s.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
It's the Toyota Summer Savings Event, featuring trucks from the longest-lasting brand, Toyota.
You've been waiting for a new Toyota, so now's the time. Come and get it.
Right now, you could save up to $1,900 with affordable 3.99% financing on a four-wheel drive Tacoma. And every Tacoma comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. The Toyota Summer Savings Event at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters.
So come and get it.
Toyota, let's go places.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
Issue an alert. Our missing person just became the prime suspect.
Don't miss Alert tonight on Fox.
Welcome back. Northeast Harbor's Astaku Inn officially has a new owner. The 139-year-old inn was bought by Tim Harrington for roughly $7 million. The 3 cottages and 3 buildings that are on the property were also included in the sale. The original inn first opened in 1884, but burned down in 1900. It was rebuilt the following year. You know, I hate to interject my opinion, but I think a lot of people are happy that it's not getting bought by a larger company.
Right. Yeah. I believe he owned the Claremont too, so he's a Maine guy. And
the Claremont is amazing, lovely.
I went to a wedding there a couple of years ago. Just a beautiful,
it's
beautiful
a stunning
place.
location.
Yeah.
I went for drinks with one of my best friends last month, and it was just perfect.
Great food.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
So. All right, get this. You're out of luck if you bought a lotto ticket. One ticket wins $1 billion, and it's one of the largest winnings in U.S. lottery history. The California Lottery says that the winning ticket for Wednesday's Powerball jackpot was sold in Los Angeles at the Las Palomitas Mini Market. The winning numbers were white balls 7, 10, 11, 13, 24, and red Powerball 24. The full total of winnings is worth a little over $1 billion. That would be pretty nice. The winnings are the 6th largest lottery winnings ever in the U.S. The winner can take yearly payouts or a one-time $558.1 million lump sum payment before taxes.
Before taxes. I think I'm hearing telepathically a lot of people saying, I want to know the cash value. What's the after-tax cash value?
Show me the money. What would you do if you won that?
I'd adopt all the cats and dogs in the world. I'd build
in the world, huh?
I'd build affordable housing for everyone.
Yeah.
And we can start there.
There you go.
What about you?
I'd buy tacos.
Okay, what are you going to share?
Tacos. Yeah.
What kind of
I'd
tacos?
Share. All kinds of tacos.
Carnitas, shrimp.
You name it. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pulled chicken.
Pulled pork tacos. You name it. You know, I eat tacos a lot.
Yeah, that's
I make
good.
everything into tacos.
Yeah, I made something with ground beef last night and it was a flop.
Yeah.
And I had a taco mix in the cupboard and I was like, I should just
throw
make
a little
tacos.
of that in there. Yeah, I do that sometimes with a hamburger and just throw a little taco dust on it.
It's perfect. The seasoning packets, it's ready to go.
Good eating, everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's been a weird day.
Yeah.
Okay, we're about out of time. If you missed anything, head to foxbangor.com.
Hey, get out and enjoy this beautiful day.
Definitely. Have a good one.